Thank you, Sarah. It's my honor to present the Peter and Patricia Gruber International Research Award in Neuroscience. This award recognizes up to 3 promising young neuroscientists for outstanding research and educational pursuit in an international setting. This year's recipients are Dr. Amelia Fazuzzi, Dr. Tristan Geller, and Dr. Abhilasha Joshi. Dr. Fazuzzi is an assistant professor in the Department of Neuroscience and the Wutzai Institute at Yale University. She completed her doctoral work at Miguel Hernandez University in Spain. Dr. Fazuzzi has made profound discoveries about brain wiring during her international scientific career. Recently, Dr. Fazuzzi has uncovered that microglia selectively communicate with specific neuronal types, and that disrupting these selective interactions causes wiring defects and behavioral abnormalities, indicating that brain function actually relies on neuroimmune and neuron glia interactions that may be as specific as those between neurons themselves. The award selection committee was unanimously impressed by Dr. Fazuzzi's track record, from her early work in Italy to her groundbreaking discoveries in Spain to her postdoctoral work at Harvard University. Her continued stellar work has demonstrated that she's a trailblazer who's on a trajectory to make discoveries that will impact the fields of development, glia, and neuronal wiring. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fazuzzi. Our next recipient is Dr. Tristan Geller. Dr. Geller is an assistant research scientist at the Zuckerman Mind Brain Behavior Institute, Columbia University. He completed his doctoral work at Korea University and the Korea Institute of Science and Technology. Dr. Geller's work in manipulating neurons in vivo has helped illuminate the precise interactions and anatomy needed for memory formation. In one technique that he developed, he was able to genetically identify specific neuron types in the hippocampus and control and record their activity in awake behaving mice. This innovation and others have enabled Dr. Geller to gain insights into local circuit networks that underlie memory consolidation. The award selection committee felt that Dr. Geller exemplified educational pursuit in an international setting, originally from France, where he was a first-generation college student. Dr. Geller went on to do his PhD in South Korea and his postdoctoral work in the US. His letters praised not only his rigorous science, but also his excellent mentorship of early career scientists and his outreach activities. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Geller. Our third recipient is Dr. Abhilasha Joshi. Dr. Joshi is a postdoctoral research fellow at the University of California, San Francisco, and currently a visiting researcher at the Champignon Center for the Unknown in Lisbon, Portugal. She completed her doctoral work at the University of Oxford. Dr. Joshi has reached the ties between locomotion and memory in rodents, finding that stepping and spatial representation in the rat hippocampus were synchronized when the rat was actually performing a task that required recalling previous information, but not when performing other routine activities. Cognitive and motor deficits often present together in diseases such as Alzheimer's disease, and her research suggests that these disparate symptoms might actually be closely linked together. That's a very important finding. The award selection committee felt that Dr. Joshi exemplified research in an international setting, having done her undergraduate work in India, completed a PhD program at Oxford, and now conducting postdoctoral studies at UCSF. Dr. Joshi has all the skills and traits to uncover transformative insights in neuroscience with impact on human well-being and be a leader in the field. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Joshi. And I believe that we now invite Dr. Reha back up to congratulate our fellows again. Is that correct?
Congratulations to our 2023 fellows. We hope to see you back here someday as advisors to the prize or maybe receiving one. The 2023 Gruber Neuroscience Prize recipient was chosen by a distinguished advisory board. These volunteer advisors bring their priceless expertise and commitment to the selection process, along with an irrepressible enthusiasm for science. They are nominated to serve by SFN. We could not do this without them. Let me now ask our board chair, Frances Jensen, to come to stage and read the official citation to the prize drafted by this board and add any further remarks. Dr. Jensen?
Well, thank you very much for this honor. And today we are here to honor Dr. Akil, who is the Gardner Quarton Distinguished University Professor of the Neurosciences and the Gardner C. Quarton Collegiate Professor of Neurosciences at the medical school, as well as the Michigan Neuroscience Institute. She's being honored today for her research, which has included work on opiate receptors, structure-function analyses, molecular genetic research, behavioral studies, as applied to the neurobiology of pain, mood, and addictive disorders. Along these lines, she has explored the genetic and developmental basis of differences in temperament and the implications of these inborn differences for vulnerability to anxiety, depression, and substance abuse. For many, she has become and has been a role model in the field as an example of how intellectual curiosity and creativity give rise to entirely new fields and ways of seeing a problem. Throughout her career, she's been honored with numerous awards and membership to various societies, including being the past president of the Society for Neuroscience. Her many awards include, most recently, the National Medal of Science, the nation's highest scientific honor. Dr. Akil is truly a pioneer in her field and providing foundational and seminal discoveries that have expanded enormously in today's neuroscience. One might also say that the body of work that we are going to hear about today, that we are honoring, is prescient, given its relevance to the rapid increases in mental health issues that affect our society today. For all these reasons, Dr. Akil is most deserving recipient of the 2023 Gruber Neuroscience Prize. Now I'm going to read the document that I'm proud to read, the Gruber Foundation Prize comment here. We proudly present the 2023 Neuroscience Prize to Dr. Huda Akil for major contributions to the identification of the neural circuitry and molecular mechanisms that underlie a wide range of neuropsychiatric conditions such as stress, pain, depression, and drug addiction. Akil was the first to provide experimental evidence supporting the existence of endogenous opioids and their roles, together with their receptors in regulating pain and stress. She also initiated studies on the molecular underpinnings of mood disorders by identifying the involvement of fibroblast growth factor family members in depression. Her work on rodent models of mental disorders has been validated in translational studies defining genome-wide expression profiles in postmortem human brains. In addition to scientific contributions that have transformed the field of the neurobiology of mental diseases, Akil has made many generous contributions to the neuroscience community, including mentoring future generations and illustrating the importance of sociocultural transitions experienced by immigrants in the scientific community. This award is presented this 12th day of November 2023 by the Gruber Foundation. Dr. Akil, please come up to receive the prize.